Swaras. Why am I talking about the fundamental notes of Indian classical music in a chemistry YouTube channel? See, learning music is an exciting thing. It's an exciting phenomenon. In the same way, we can understand, we can learn, and we can apply majority of the concepts in chemistry, and we can make it more exciting every time we apply it. I'll explain it to you. See, Indian classical music is made up of three major elements: Raga, Tala, Shruti. In the same way, chemistry is also made up of three major branches: physical chemistry, inorganic chemistry, and organic chemistry. All the three get interconnected when we start applying it. So you have to remember, all these three branches of chemistry depend on 7 fundamental chapters, which I am going to call it as Sapta Swaras. So let us talk about all these 7 fundamental chapters. As I told you earlier, chemistry has been classified into 3 branches: physical, inorganic, and organic. These 7 chapters which I am going to talk about now will become the foundation for all these 3 branches. See, the first and foremost important branch is physical chemistry. So, which are the fundamental notes? Which are the fundamental chapter for physical chemistry? Number 1, some basic concepts in chemistry. Basically, we are going to study the stoichiometry part, that is mole concepts, method of expressing concentration, empirical formula, molecular formula, SI units, significant figures. All these aspects that we are going to learn in some basic concepts in chemistry. In that particular chapter, we are going to learn about how exactly we use the quantitative approach in learning chemistry. So the first fundamental chapter of physical chemistry is stoichiometry, that is some basic concepts in chemistry. The second fundamental chapter is redox reactions. Don't forget, students, redox reaction is one of the major foundation of electrochemistry, which is one of the most biggest chapters, not only in academics, but also in the industrial application. The third chapter is thermodynamics and thermochemistry. I think all of you have studied thermodynamics in physics as well. Here, in chemistry, we are going to concentrate more on the chemistry part of thermodynamics. And the fourth chapter is, and which is one of the biggest and the most vibrant chapter, that is equilibrium, where we study physical equilibrium, chemical equilibrium, ionic equilibrium, and solubility equilibrium. So as a whole, physical chemistry is founded by 4 swaras: stoichiometry, redox reaction, thermodynamics, and equilibrium. Now let us talk about the second major segment of chemistry, that is inorganic chemistry. The fundamental notes or fundamental swaras of inorganic chemistry is: 1 is periodic classification, that is periodic table. The second important chapter is chemical bonding and molecular structure. Whether it is inorganic chemistry or organic chemistry, the reactions involve breaking of older bonds and formation of new bonds, or if we talk about ionic compounds, it is a displacement of the ions. To understand the chemical reaction, it is extremely important for us to know how exactly the molecules are constituted and what is the nature of the bond and how exactly the polarity is induced, so on and so forth. So hence, for the inorganic chemistry, we have 2 fundamental nodes or swaras, that is periodic properties and chemical bonding. Now comes the last one, but which is a vast branch of chemistry, that is organic chemistry. So when we talk about organic chemistry, we get very exhausted because it is one of the most very vast and very volatile branch. So it is very, very important for you to double strengthen the foundation to understand and apply the concepts in organic chemistry. So there are 3 swaras, 3 fundamental nodes, which will help us to excel in organic chemistry. Which are those? Number 1, Again, it is the periodic properties. And the second one is chemical bonding and molecular structure. And the third one is general organic chemistry, which is actually in your class 11. It is labeled as organic chemistry, some basic principles and techniques. If you understand these three chapters and if you understand a very basic nuances of these three chapters, then you can play with organic chemistry. And don't forget, these Sapta Swaras, what I told, that is some basic concepts in chemistry, and then redox reactions, thermodynamics, equilibrium, periodic properties, chemical bonding, molecular structure, and GOC, that is organic chemistry, some basic principles and techniques. If you learn all these 7 swaras of chemistry, then with usual and unusual combination of the concepts, you can chemistry a very melodious music. And remember students, very, very important thing. Those who are getting into class 11 and class 12, and when you want to excel in state level and national level competitive examination, you must become strong in these 7 swaras. And not only that, you have to understand one important aspect. All these 7 swaras are taught in class 11. So hence, don't neglect class 11. You will get very, very unusual and very unproductive advices from every quarter of your friends and family or maybe your classmates that take class 11 easily. No, don't take it easily. Take it seriously. Enjoy it. Understand every possible thread of chemistry so that class 12 and preparing for your competitive examination becomes a fun, becomes the most exciting thing. We'll get in touch with you with more and more videos and more conceptual videos. To watch all those videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Pratap's Chemistry Classes. You can go to the link and subscribe. Thank you. See you soon.